Hey, what's up, everybody? Justin with the Weather and Wilderness channel. I'm on about take 20 of this intro, but I'm down here tonight in my gear room, which I have done a video on in the past. So I'll leave a link to that video in the description box below if you wanted to see kind of my whole gear room and all of the gear that I have. But what I wanted to talk about specifically tonight is the ditty bag or the possibles pouch, the junk drawer pouch. This is going to be a bag that is really just going to make your life a lot easier when you're off on a camping trip, a hiking trip, a bushcraft trip, anything outdoors where you're going to be overnight in. This bag makes your life a lot easier. This is going to be a pouch that you would carry that will contain a lot of your smaller type items that you might need access to readily, but you don't want them scattered throughout a bunch of different pockets and things like that, which is going to make it a lot harder for you to remember where you put things. This just keeps it all contained. I personally am not a huge fan of bags with a lot of different pouches and things on them anyway, and different zippered pockets and stuff. I always seem to forget where I put things. So I'm a big fan of just having things in one area in general. And for smaller type items, the ditty bag is a perfect addition to any kit that you would have, to any backpack that you would be taking out with you, or even a haversack. So let me get the camera situated and we'll jump into the contents of this ditty bag. All right, everybody. So the ditty bag, again, as I stated before, this is a tough possum gear, just a small little center zip pouch. And I have just added this small little paracord lanyard, which is also multi-purpose because if I absolutely had to in an emergency, I could use one of the strands in here is actually a strand of tinder. So I could use it in an emergency situation to start a fire if I absolutely had to. But this is a very well constructed pouch. I don't own a lot of gear, maybe just a couple things from Tough Possum, but they seem to make really high quality gear. The stitching is really awesome. YKK zippers, just a really nice pouch, and I really love the size. The size is looks like it's probably about 6 inches by maybe 4 inches, somewhere around there, which, if I remember correctly, Nesmith actually talks about a pouch about this size, or George Washington Sears in his book Woodcraft and Camping, and he talks a bit about the contents that he has in his, which are more fishing type implements and things like that, if I remember correctly. But he does also mention some other items, some sharpening tools, if I remember right. But that's one of the first places that I heard about the ditty bag. But obviously, in the YouTube camping world, a lot of people talk about possibles pouches, ditty bags, and that also. So um, this type pouch is utilized by a lot of people, and I highly recommend that you carry one of these in any of your backpacks to just make your life a lot easier when you're out in the backcountry. So, in this ditty bag, when you open it up, right off the bat, I have just a handful of these little pouches. And these are just some little mylar bags. And I have different items in these, and I'm going to go over the contents of those. So let me just set these aside right now. But I have these little black bags, just little Ziploc pouches right on the top, and I will get into the contents of those. Just give me a minute. I'm going to get everything else unloaded. Right here in this Gear Aid little plastic deal here is just a small little repair kit. This is going to be a ditty bag that I would take more with my modern type gear setup. So this would be great for small holes in tarps, a tear in your tent, or anything like that. Any kind of uh, nylon or polyester material, this will get you where you need to go as far as repairing it. So I have that in there. So next thing is going to be this small little Sagewood Gear cordage spool, and on there I have another piece of that paracord with the inner strand as another form of tinder. just to make things multi-purpose. Doesn't add any weight at all. And there's this little hole here anyway. And on here, all I have is some number 12 bank line. I believe this is about 100 feet. So a nice little spool of cordage. On another one of those little sagewood gears with the same kind of setup is uh, just a small little roll of Gorilla Tape. That's multi-purpose, obviously, could be used uh, also for repairs, for fire starting, for all kinds of things. I mean, you just use your imagination on what you can use duct tape or Gorilla Tape for. Bic lighter, and I really like these Bic lighters. This was like a limited edition or something like that with the all black. Kind of went with the theme that I had going on with the black, and a little bit of extra Gorilla Tape on the bottom, but obviously Bic lighter, fire, one and done. Have a small ferro rod striker. This one, these come with a lot of different ferro rods. It's just kind of a generic with a little bottle opener. Got a little measuring device on the back and on the front, and just a small little lanyard on there that I put on there. That is obviously going to be used with, if I could find it easily, with the small little ferro rod. It's just a, oh, maybe what, 3 inches or so, little ferro rod with, again, a little handle of Gorilla Tape, but that's going to work in conjunction, obviously, with the striker there. These things are worth their weight in gold. Uh, these small little collapsible pocket bellows for your fire. I have these in a bunch of different kits. I bought a pack of them one time, and I think they're a great little item to have. Now, right here, I have just a small little Write in the Rain notebook. Or taking field notes or whatever. If you want to just sketch or whatever, a lot of times I'll make a small little list of items that I need to replenish in my kit so I remember stuff like that. Obviously, you could use this with your map and compass for your navigation, anything, and then just a small little Write in the Rain pin. And these things are awesome. These small little pins, they're nice and compact, but you snap it on that other end and you got a full size pin. So I keep that in there and have my SAK. I have a Swiss Army knife. That's my preference. I know a lot of people like the Leathermans, which I do too, but I do prefer a Swiss Army knife. And this is the Ranger Grip. I forget exactly what model. I know they make a couple models. This one does not have the small saw, which I would like to get at some point. But just to have an extra blade, and you have a couple other tools on here as well. And I'll leave in the description box exactly which one this one is. But then on the lanyard here on the other end, I have just a small little photon micro light, which these things are really great, really handy to have right in there attached to that. I actually saw this first, I believe, by, I think I saw Jake Trent was the first one I saw attach it to an SAK like this, and I thought it was a great idea. So shout out to Jake Trent. Go check him out on YouTube. I've learned a lot from him. He has a lot of great content on his YouTube channel, and he definitely has a lot of great ideas when it comes to putting together kits and things like that. So shout out to Jake Trent. So I have that in there, and then a small little thing of paracord. This is not 550. This is a smaller diameter paracord, but it is nice and compact and convenient to have in this little ditty bag. Down here on the bottom, I keep an extra bandana, which again, you can use your imagination, all the things you can use that for. And I believe Yep, this is the last thing that I have in there. This is just a Sage Wood Gear, the same company that makes these little spools here. Is just a small little pocket strop, just a small compact strop that you could use to keep your blades nice and honed when you're out in the field, and just really nice and compact. And I believe it's made out of micarta, so this thing is super durable, and I think it is a great addition to this kit. So I keep that in there. Now moving on to, let me move this pouch out of the way real fast. Moving on to these little bags here. By the way, do not even look for these little bags anywhere except on Amazon or somewhere like that, because I can almost assure you, you're not going to be able to find these. I looked everywhere for them, but I ended up just having to buy them online. So in this one here, this is just going to be some medicine. I keep a couple things of Catadine water purification tablets and some ibuprofen that's falling all over the place here. So let's see here. Let's see if I can pull this out without spilling everything out. All right, so I have the Catadine water purification tabs and a few Tums for a lot of times, well, not a lot of times, but every once in a while I'll get some heartburn and things like that. And that can be real miserable if you don't have anything to treat that with. So I keep those in there. And then down in here, you can look down in, I just have uh, some Benadryl. Some of the white one in there is just my daily allergy pill that I take, like a generic Zyrtec, and some ibuprofen. And those are pretty much the only three things that I have in there. So just a small little medicine kit. These are going to be some instant flame. These are just some Coughlin's fire plugs. So just a surefire method. So I have obviously the ferro rod, like I said, a lighter, and this is pretty much a guaranteed fire in any kind of an inclement weather or something like that. So it's always good to carry those with you. And in this one here, I have a small little signaling mirror, Ultimate Survival Technologies, Star Flash micro signal mirror. And down here on the bottom, this is just a small little bag with some extra pins and clips for my Agawa Canyon folding saws. So that's it in that one. So a way to signal, always great to have. And the last one, and this is going to be for any of my devices that would require these, obviously. My headlamps, a lot of times I carry headlamps that'll need these, and other lights and things like that. But just some AAA batteries. I think I have about 6 of them in here. Yeah, 6 of them. So just 6 AAA batteries, and I just store those in one of these pouches as well. So that is absolutely everything. The Ditty bag, in my opinion, is a must-have for any kit. And obviously, whatever your needs are, it may be different than mine. But I think this is a very solid Ditty bag, especially for a modern type camp and things like that. And yeah, anyway, I really love this bag. So let me get this camera situated, and I'll give you a look at all of it. All right, guys. So here's everything laid out. Again, Tough Possum Gear Ditty bag. SAK with the photon light. Some of my fire implements on the bandana. Sagewood Gear pocket strop. Gear aid for repairs. Got some cordage here. Number 12 bank line. Gorilla tape. Right in the rain pad and pin. Small little hank of paracord. And my pouches up here with my UST emergency star flash signal mirror, pins and clips for my folding saw, some fire plugs for instant fire. Got my medicine kit and water purification tablets, and my batteries for my electronic devices. So that is a look at everything laid out, and I think this is an awesome kit. Hey guys, thanks a lot for joining me down here in my gear room, going over the contents of my ditty bag. You'll probably see this one in some upcoming videos. Right here next to where I was filming, I actually have a pack set up for more a traditional camp. And so that's probably going to be my next few videos will be some more traditional type gear, but you'll be seeing this ditty bag in some videos probably after that. But the ditty bag, again, it's a great way to store your small items that you're going to need to get to readily. You don't have to think about where you left them, what pouch, and you're opening up all types of pockets and things like that to try and find one thing. It keeps it all contained in a convenient place. And I really prefer the smaller type, 6 inch by 4 inch, somewhere in within those dimensions for a ditty bag like this, so as to not overstuff it, but still big enough where you can keep a lot of your smaller type items. So anyway, I don't want to keep rambling on. I really appreciate all of the support, guys. All the views just recently hit 2,000 subscribers. And I actually noticed that when I was on a family trip, a vacation that my wife and I and my kids went on. We've been gone for the better part of the last week. Much needed. I caught a lot of fish, caught a real nice, about 6 pound largemouth bass, which I've been getting skunked a lot lately around my area, but we caught a bunch of fish. The first time I actually caught a walleye as well. So it was just a really fun, awesome trip. And didn't do any filming on that trip. Just wanted to kind of get away and relax, which that's what we did. So I want to get back into the swing of things coming up. And so be on the lookout for some more content. But I greatly appreciate all of the support. I'm humbled and look forward to growing the channel even more. So again, I'll leave a link in the description box below to my gear room tour. So go check that out if you would. And I would really appreciate it if you hit the like and subscribe button. And I think that's it. God bless, and I will see you guys soon.